So I quit my 9-to-5 job to be a full-time content creator.
I work 5 days out of the week, 40 hours a week, okay? I do not make enough to live on my own.
I don't really have a dream job or a company that I want to work for.
Ladies, if you are dating or putting yourself out there, how are you doing?
The dating scene we once knew is gone. What we have now is called transactional dating.
I am just really so ready to be married, but I don't want to carry my groceries in the car, out the car. Like, I don't want to carry them ever.
I have been single 12 years, so I've flown 6,000 miles to the Philippines to get a love potion.
Women shouldn't have to work because now I work full-time because
this idea stems from leeches. Leecher who wants to benefit from the man's hard work. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Women are not built to work as hard as men, and I'm basing this off of one specific stat. And that is that women need more sleep than men. Like, let's just say for sake of argument that women need on average like an extra hour of sleep per night. That is one less hour per day that they can work, tend to their family, or be productive. Meaning that men actually have an extra 7 hours a week to spend on whatever they want. So in conclusion, rest up and never compare yourself to a guy.
Just wanted to find out if I'm the only girlie that is going through a season where they are tired of strength, tired of being a strong woman, tired of being an understanding woman, tired of being brought lessons. Just generally, that is all 2024 has been. And I would like ease, I would like rest, I would like assistance, but it just doesn't seem to be happening, and I am tired. I'm tired of being a strong, independent woman. I'm tired.
Well, you heard it from her yourself. She's tired of being a strong, independent woman. This is what happens when women finally reach their breaking point. It's the moment where doing everything on their own, carrying all the weight and pretending they don't need anyone, starts to destroy them mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. They've been fed this lie for years, that true empowerment means doing it all alone. No help, no support, no man. Just grind, hustle, and prove a point to a society that doesn't actually care about their well-being. But eventually, that lifestyle wears them down. Independence turns into isolation, strength turns into exhaustion, and the boss babe mask starts to slip. The hard truth is, many women wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for modern feminism constantly telling them that men are the enemy, that needing a man is weak, and that traditional roles are oppressive.
growing up is realizing that my dad was low-key onto something when I was trying to decide what to study in school, and he told me that I should just get a regular chill job because women shouldn't have to work. He low-key ate with that because now I work full-time because I decided to go to school, pursue higher education because I wanted to save the world and da-da-da. And now I'm tired.
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband, maybe I'm looking for a staff. Like, am I trying to build a relationship or am I trying to build an LLC empire?
You need help.
I'm not made to work, you guys. I'm just not made to work. Like, genuinely, I'm not made to work. Because why is it already like 1 o'clock and I have gotten nothing done on my to-do list? Okay, somehow I keep getting promoted. Okay, somehow I keep stumbling into more opportunities, which I'm so grateful for. I'm never gonna say I'm not, but like, for the life of me, like, I think I have ADHD. Like, I genuinely think I have ADHD because for the life of me, I cannot sit down and lock in and just work. I just can't. Like, I have deadlines coming up. I mean, I'm going to get it done. I know I am. I'm probably going to get it done like at the 11th hour and stress myself out. But for now, I'm just like, oh, it's not due until like 2 days later. Out of sight, out of mind. I am literally not made to work. Like, I'm not made to work. So if you're a rich man or a nepo baby and you're looking for a trophy wife, hit me up. Hit me up. Like, I will mind my own business. Go have your affairs. Go do all of that. And let me do my thing. We'll work in harmony. But I just can't work anymore.
There are so many women out here with this mindset, saying things like, I'm not made to work, or I just want to be taken care of, blah, blah, blah. But here's the question, do they expect to get everything for free? because that's exactly what it sounds like. A lot of these same women spent years promoting the independent boss babe lifestyle, telling everyone they didn't need a man. Fast forward a few years, and now they're suddenly tired, drained, and claiming they're in their soft girl era. Convenient, right? Now that the bills are piling up, life is getting real, and true independence isn't as glamorous as they thought. They want to pivot. But here's the problem. Many of them still don't want to bring anything of value to the table. They want the benefits of traditional relationships without embodying any of the traditional values. Wanting to be provided for is one thing, but expecting it while offering nothing but complaints, masculine energy, and past trauma. That's a recipe for being single and disappointed for a long time.
We tired of going out. We cook, we clean, we shut the fuck up. Every time, please. Please, save her. How did this work?
Men only care about your body count because they're jealous.
Somehow, I doubt that.
They're jealous that it's so easy for us to get sex. They're jealous it's so easy for us to just post a status or make money off our bodies.
No, they're not. Because a lot of men out there actually have what are called standards when it comes to someone that they choose to be in a relationship with. And a person who has a large body count, well, that can tell you a lot about that person and their decision-making skills.
They actually have to trick women and put in work and spend money to try to get laid. We don't have to do anything.
Not exactly sure that that's something to be proud of.
These guys are just jealous, and they're insecure, and they don't like being beat at their own game, and because relationships are usually about power.
What? No, relationships should never be about power. I actually genuinely feel sorry for someone that thinks that.
They don't like that a woman has sexual power that is stronger than his, and it's not a compliment that all these men want to sleep with a woman.
No, most men just don't like it when someone obviously doesn't have discerning taste and will sleep with almost anyone.
Oh, if you liked yourself, you wouldn't sleep with all these guys.
Ooh, finally got one right.
When they care about your body count, it's because they're jealous. They wish they were you. They wish they could be a woman. They wish they could make money off their bodies.
What?
And any guy that cares about your body count, he's not a keeper. Definitely not.
And the same could be said for any woman that doesn't respect a man having standards.
Imagine thinking that the only reason men care about a woman's body count is because they're jealous, not because they have self-respect, not because they want to ensure the woman they're with values herself, not because they have standards or a vision for the kind of family they want to build. No, apparently it's all just jealousy. This woman even said men are just mad because they're being beaten at their own game. But let's pause right there. What game is she talking about exactly? The game of being passed around, the game of sleeping with as many people as possible, with no emotional attachment, no purpose, no future. Men aren't upset they're losing at that game. They're opting out of it entirely. Because it's a losing game. It leads to broken relationships, emotional numbness, and long-term regret. What men are tired of is being shamed for having standards while being expected to accept women regardless of their choices, no matter how reckless. It's not jealousy, it's discernment.
Now it's no longer independent women. It's all about soft girl era.
What is the soft girl? Maybe I'm just too damn old.
So the soft girl era is this era where the women are in their femininity, apparently, where they are doing the bare minimum for themselves and waiting for the men to come and take care of them now.
Interesting.
That's what the soft girl era is. Having to be independent for so long.
Yeah.
They don't like it. Because that's them thriving in their masculine energy.
Yeah.
Because that's what the man is supposed to be for. They're supposed to be here to provide for you and protect you. They got a taste of what they don't want, which is what we have to deal with. So now it's like, oh, this is too much. Now let me go back to my
that's so interesting.
Femininity and stay in there and wait for a guy to come and take care of me.
I need dating advice. Let's talk about this again because I'm getting it. The men are having problems. Women are having problems. I'm 46. It's a nightmare. I don't know how to date. I don't even know how to get a date. I feel like I should be dating every weekend. Something. Give it to me. Give me your best dating advice. Where do you meet people besides a dating app? I feel like that's just creeps me out a little bit. The grocery store doesn't work anymore. I've met like 3 men that were attractive, had conversations with them. They didn't have a ring on. They didn't ask me on a date. I don't know what's going on out here. Are men scared? Are y'all intimidated? I need to know. Ladies, let me know. Men, let me know if you have a problem asking a woman out. Are you intimidated? Are you scared nowadays? We got to get this shit together. It's 2025. I need a husband. I am not going out without a husband, okay?
Well, of course, at 46, dating is going to be a nightmare for you, madam. It's a completely different world at that age. I agree that both men and women are facing challenges in the modern dating scene, but let's not pretend this environment just happened out of nowhere. This woman claims that men are scared or intimidated, but let's be real, that's not the case. The truth is, men simply aren't in a rush to settle down anymore, especially not under pressure or on someone else's timeline. Many women, particularly those in their 40s and beyond, are starting to feel that urgency, while men have learned to be more cautious, especially after witnessing or experiencing breakups, divorces, and manipulative dating patterns. Modern men have seen too much. They've learned that being a provider without appreciation often leads nowhere. So now they're more selective, more guarded, and in many cases they're opting out altogether. That's not fear nor intimidation.
I know for a fact that God did not put any of us on this earth to live a 9-to-5 and pay bills for the rest of our lives. But unfortunately, a group of humans came together and said, you know what? They need to fight to live. They want to live on this earth. They have to pay bills. They have to pay us. If they don't have no money, they are poor. They are nobody. We do not care about them. Everybody needs to have a social security number. If they don't, they are aliens. Okay. And we just said, okay. But that's what the government wants. What God wants is just you. He don't care about what you have, how much money you have. He just cares about you. He just wants you to give yourself to him. Meanwhile, the government is like, we hate you guys. We want to make sure that you guys are just out of here. It just needs to be us, everyone that's in the government. Everybody else could just, we don't need y'all for real. We need to realize we are stronger together. We're better together, okay? If not, we're fucked forever.
Dating in New York City sucks, and I promised myself this year that I was going to go on more dates, and I have no one else to talk to about it, so it's you guys. Okay, question. I'm on Bumble and Hinge and all that stuff. Why do men shorten your name? If I wanted to be called Peg, I would put my name as Peg. And now you're making me feel like I'm the bitch by saying, hey, no, my name is Peggy. Why? I could probably go on one hand how many people I allow to call me Peg. I don't like it. If I wanted to be called Peg, I would put Peg on my profile. My name is Peggy. Actually, my real name is Banayota, and I would so much more prefer that. Could you imagine if I put Banayota, what they would do? Am I wrong? Am I too anal? Actually, I'm not wrong, because it is how I feel, and to be honest, how I feel is right, because it's my feeling. But why do men feel like it's okay to shorten your name right away? And I feel bad, because I feel like I look like bitch. I don't know. I have nothing else to do. I'm bored, so, let me know your thoughts. Bye.
I don't think it's that serious, really. If it offends you that much that those men shorten your name on a dating app, maybe you shouldn't be on it. Honestly, dating, especially online, is full of small quirks, awkward intros, and people trying to make light conversation. If a guy calling you Peg instead of Peggy is enough to ruin your whole vibe, you might want to take a step back and ask yourself why you're on the app in the first place. At the end of the day, most men aren't trying to insult you. They're just trying to engage. Some of them shorten names to be playful, others do it to keep things casual, and some probably just don't think that deeply about it. It's not always a power move or a sign of disrespect. If your reaction to a minor thing like a nickname is to get defensive or offended, that says more about your emotional state than it does about the guy. Dating requires a certain level of flexibility, humor, and the ability to not take everything so personally.
A woman wants a man to lead, and that is the most attractive thing. And I think a lot of people confuse leadership and being controlled. And that is why the word submission is often a turnoff, because you're like, I'm not going to submit to a man, but do you really know what the word submission means?
Exactly, yeah.
And, you know, like, when you take lead, like, of our relationship, of this household, of our family, I want to submit to you. Like,
ooh, you're preaching right now. Come on, tell me more.
It doesn't say it in the Bible, but there's like, you are supposed to lead your wife like Christ led the church.
100%.
And you're supposed to love like Christ loved the church. And when a man does that, it is the most attractive thing to a woman. And when you're able to step in and say, like, I'm going to take this off your plate, I'm going to take this off your shoulders. And not to say we're not a team, we don't do stuff together, but I just know that if you make a decision, it's for me to sit back and trust the decision that you're making for this house, for this family. And that is what leadership is trusting you and your decisions for our relationship.
Absolutely. I think with this generation this generation lacks naturally born leaders in men. And so the woman generation now is having to step up and fill the man's roles. And so when they actually find someone that they, perceive as a true born leader, that's who she wants to naturally submit to.
The more I listen to other people's experiences with and at work, as well as take note of what I'm going through myself, the more frustrated I am with the system for truly not understanding that we are all human. We have limits, we have breaking points, we have feelings, we have personal problems outside of work. And then having to deal with low pay, being overworked, high expectations, toxic environments, the list goes on. It's just so unbearable how you can get through the 5 days of the week that you're supposed to spend with work. I know that, unfortunately, me saying this is not going to change the system in any way, but maybe there's something we can do to kind of help each other when we encounter other workers. I think being patient and just empathizing could really help them get through it, as well as like it being reciprocated back for us when we are working that day. At this point, I think that's the only thing that could really help.
Now, I don't mean to be rude, but it just sounds like you need a new job, madam. If your job is making you feel like it's unbearable, low pay, constant stress, being overworked, and especially if you're in a toxic environment, then that job isn't just uncomfortable, it's unsafe for your mental and physical health. And that's exactly how a lot of these independent women feel. When they can no longer keep up the pace, when the pressure becomes too much, and the "I got it all by myself" mindset starts to collapse, they reach a point of complete mental exhaustion. You can see it on their faces: burnout, frustration, confusion. Many of them don't even know how they got there. They followed the script. Be ambitious, chase the bag, don't settle, and don't need anyone. At some point, many of these women are going to have to admit to themselves that this isn't what they really wanted, because it seemed like their wishes are doing more harm than good.